Hello friends, this is Ryan Hicks of TaughtToProfit.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about people who go around playing business but not actually being in business. I touched on this in a couple other videos, but there is this thing where people get out there and they're getting business cards, they're getting logos, they're getting brochures, they're writing up business plans, they're doing everything. They're getting mission statements, which might be the most useless thing on the planet. They're doing all these things trying to give the appearance of being in business, or maybe even give the appearance of being a bigger corporation, bigger organization than they really are. But they don't do anything. They don't have sales, they don't have a service, they don't have goods. They're not actively doing anything. Now, yes, you need a logo if you're running your own products, you're selling, you're creating them, you're putting your logo on the packaging. That makes sense. If you're reselling on Amazon or eBay or Etsy, the logo doesn't matter. Nobody cares. No one is going to your eBay store or your Etsy store or your Amazon shop and hunting for you. Unless you sell a unique product, your own product, you're the only seller, most people are just buying from the seller that's the cheapest with enough good feedback. That's it. They're not going to necessarily go back to you. This is one of the problems also with these kind of marketplaces is you're not building a business. So if you're sending advertising dollars to your eBay store or your Etsy store or your Amazon shop, you're building those companies. You're building Amazon and eBay and Etsy. You're not building your own business. You'd be better off doing that, sending traffic to your website with your products, because then you're building your own business, your own property, your website. But the thing is, why are you getting all these things to look business-like and you're not actually taking action on being a business, on doing something? Now, I know some of it is that people fear failure. So it's hard to fail when you're not doing anything, when all you're doing is coming up with a logo or a motto or a corporate slogan, or those kind of things can be time fillers when you're not actually doing anything and you're afraid that you might fail. Here's the thing. Failure's not the end of the world. There's not going to be somebody at your door with a gun shooting you because you failed in your business. You're not going to get thrown in prison unless you're doing something illegal. It's no big deal. Just go out and do something. If you fail, okay, it's not great. Nobody likes it. But many times that failure will lead to something better. Don't worry about failure. Don't get caught up and concerned and doing these things to avoid the actual work of the business because you're afraid you might fail. My friends, get out there and do something. Get out there and do something. Because here's one of the worst failures you can have is not acting. I'd much rather fail 1,000 times actually getting business up and running and it failing than to fail by inaction, to fail by doing nothing, to fail by sitting around and dreaming up corporate logos and corporate slogans and mission statements. Get out there and do something. And you'll find as you do something, all the rest of that stuff works its way out. If you need a logo, it works its way out. Now, obviously, like I said, if you have your own product and you need a logo for the product, that's different. But most people don't. They're just doing things to continue to avoid having to get into actually doing business that may lead to some unpleasant things, including failure. And my friends, I'm telling you, it's not the end of the world. All the greatest successes in business have had failures. It's just reality. Now, you may not fail, and hopefully you won't. Hopefully you'll learn from other people's mistakes and you'll maneuver things in business in such a way that you will not have a failure. But you might. And if you do, it is not the end of the world. You're not going to die. It's no big deal. It really isn't. And I know that's hard for people to hear because they're afraid. Don't let fear rule you. Get out there, take action today, and you'll find success. May God bless you richly.